Okay, well, here I am in beautiful downtown Perth. I was at Food Smith's and I got my cough syrup, and I didn't buy any vitamin C. Any vitamin C they had there was like anywhere from $30 to $60 for a bottle of it. I don't want to pay that. I'll get by just fine without it. Anyway, I did buy the cough syrup though, and this here is the building I used to live in. I lived in apartment number 8, right through those doors there. The Royal Bank is right beside it, the entrance to the Royal Bank. I'll take you up through the hallway there in a little while. I'm going to stop and eat a sandwich. I bought a sandwich when I was at Food Smith's. They make really good sandwiches there. Anyway, the balance on the coffee fund is $7.72 after fees. It's $7.85 before fees. So that, or 84, $7.84 or 85, something like that before fees. $7.72 after fees anyway. No, what am I saying? $8.45. See, I'm terrible with numbers. $8.45 before fees. $7.72 after fees. That's what it is. $8.45 before fees, $7.72 after fees. I don't know where I was getting all those other numbers. Anyway, I was just at the Metro store too. I got a smoked meat sandwich here from Food Smith's. I used to buy these sandwiches when I lived here years ago, and they were quite good. Anyway, yeah. But I did stop at the Metro store too, and I got some of the good bread and some of the good raisin bread while I'm here. Because I'm planning to be snowed in for the rest of the week after I get back to Camp Crazy. I did have a funny incident at the Metro store, and really I'm used to that in this town. It's one of the reasons that I left this town is because of stuff like this. I figure probably the police have been called on me, and there's going to be some issues at some point. I'm probably going to be paid a visit out at Camp Crazy by the OPP. But because my truck is registered to that address and stuff, so, and my license, so they'll be able to track me. But anyway, what happened was, as I was leaving the parking lot, because there were trucks loading up there and blocking things part way, I couldn't go out the way I would normally go out. So instead, I went the opposite way. Now, that's perfectly fine. There's no one way or anything like that. You can go one way or the other. But I went out differently than I normally would, in a more roundabout way, because there were trucks blocking the way I would have went out, because the loading bay is right there at the side of the building. Anyway, so I went up and around, and then I come back the way I came, basically. I don't know if I'm explaining it very well. But there was a man backing a silver Ford pickup truck out of a parking space, and he seemed to be having some trouble. He had a woman in the truck with him, and she was looking in her mirror and trying to guide him and stuff, and it seemed like he was having trouble judging where he was at. And so, anyway, I went ahead and I stopped so that he could back up, and so that nobody else would come along and maybe drive into the back end of his truck, because, people don't pay attention and stuff, and to give him a little breathing room so he could maneuver his truck out of there and not have to worry about anybody running up on him. Well, this man, and the guy was wearing reflective vest and all that, like what a construction worker would wear. He come along. He come around from around beside the parked cars, and he took a look at my truck. And see, he was looking at the back end of my truck, and then he was looking at the back end of the truck. Well, then he went back. He went away. He went back the way he came. And then what did he do? But he come back and had another look, and I could tell he was looking at my license plate. Like he was trying to get my license plate number. And then he came back, he went away and he came back and he had another look. And I could tell he was focusing on my license plate. He was trying to memorize my license plate number. So like I say, I am expecting some kind of trouble. And I noticed he was looking at a truck that was parked there that I had just gone past. And it was like he was looking like there was damage maybe or something. I didn't notice any if there was on that truck. But then I wasn't really giving that truck a good looking over either, because I was just trying to exit the parking lot. Anyway, I know I didn't hit the truck. I know that. I didn't do anything of that sort. But I have a feeling that somebody did hit the truck. Where it was parked, you'd have to go around the corner past it. And it's possible that somebody did clip it. And anyway, somebody who can't judge distances, like the guy I stopped to allow out of the parking space. So I got to figure that fella thinks that I hit that truck or something. I just don't know. Anyway, I'm expecting some kind of trouble anyway. And like I say, in Perth here, they'll call the police on you and they'll make all kinds of accusations. It's a town full of Karens. It's a dangerous town for a guy like me, I'll tell you. And that's why I left, primarily, because of that and nasty rumors that were being spread about me and then all the rest of it. I pretty much got driven out of town, is what happened. But anyway, it's an old money town. Most of the people who live here are professional people and people who are wealthy and old retired people who sold the $1 million home in Toronto and have come here to retire and stuff. And people like that don't really care for people like me. They take one look at me and they figure I'm up to no good. And so that's what I'm up against anyway. Plus, it has all the high school drama stuff that all small towns have, the gossiping and all that. And if you're seen walking down the street with somebody, well, that's proof that you're having sex with them and all the rest of it, because why would you be out in public with somebody you weren't having sex with? And even if they're of the same gender, all that means is that you're a homosexual or a lesbian. That's all. I mean, you can't get around it. If you're seen in public with another person, you are having sex with them. That's a rule in Perth. Wherever you are or you're not, it'll be a known fact that you are. And like I say, it's just high school mentality bullshit is what it is. Anyway, it's a very pretty town, as you can see. It's an old Scottish military settlement. Lots of beautiful stone buildings here because, of course, the Scotsmen were master stonemasons. And there was a good supply of stone around here. All the farms around here are full of rocks. You grow more rocks in the farm field around here than you will crops. Apparently, a lot of the early settlers had to give up farming here because they just couldn't make a go of it. They were starving to death, on their land. So they just abandoned it. But anyway, a lot of them were given land grants because they were United Empire Loyalist soldiers, Anyway, here's my sandwich. Let me take it out here if I can get it out. Getting these things out of these things is always difficult. There we go. Yeah, I got a little bit of stuff there, little peppers and stuff, and the smoked meat and the lettuce and the mayonnaise, mustard or whatever. Pretty good stuff. Anyway, I'm hoping there won't be any issues, but I have a sneaking suspicion I'm about to be blamed for something I didn't do. Just by the way that guy was looking at the truck, and I could tell he was getting the license number, so. Then he was going back and looking at that truck that was sitting there. I seemed to be looking at it as if it had some damage to it, so. I'm guessing I'm about to take the blame for something. Anyway, we'll see. I hope I'm wrong, but I know Perth. I grew up here and I lived here until I was in my 40s. And so I know Perth anyway, and when somebody's scrutinizing you like that, no good comes of it. Anyway, for the record, I didn't hit anybody's vehicle. That's all. I'll deny it here. I'll deny it when the police come too, but I know the police won't believe me. So, the police never believe me. So that's it anyway. All right. We'll see you later.